God, this music always gets me going. Gotta turn it up though. It seems quiet. There we go. Hello! Hello everyone! How's it going? Bam, 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 bam. I'm like full on dancing. Hi Two Flower, how are you doing? We are hopefully, maybe, possibly, probably finishing up Dr. Mayhem's route and Penny Larceny today. When I do that, I will be taking a little bit of a break from Penny Larceny, going back to Love Ghosty for a bit, and then I'll probably go back to Penny Larceny because I really want to romance the other characters. But that's the tentative brain plan, just so folks are aware. But also after December, I'll hopefully be able to do more than just like 4 streams a week. So hopefully I'll be able to do more things. Where did my controller go? My controller fell. Okay, there we go. I got it now. Let's load back into it. The final caper. Alright, gonna take a drink of my water. And then we dive straight into it. With my crime or job access expiring, so ends the era of Penny Larceny, gig economy supervillain, and begins the rise of Penny Larceny, lab assistant. Full-time work partnership, and believe it or not, a full-time boyfriend. That's a hell of a thing, and more than I ever expected. And I have a date! An actual date with wine and other classy shit! It's been so long since I had a date, and wow, was it disaster. 4 people went to the emergency room. Let's hope tonight's romantic sojourn is a bit less injury-prone. I'm gearing up and getting ready to go when Dr. Mayhem pulls up in a 20-year-old lemon of a car. Hey Gip, how do I look? Charming and sophisticated and stuff? You look like you're about to rob a train in an underground 1920s silent movie. Perfect. Shouldn't you be dressing up for your date? It's important he knows he's not dating a fancy pants type. More honest that way. He's here. Great. Hey there. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. I've been looking forward to this a lot, Isaac. Humans and their mating rituals. Sheesh. If you need me, I'll be mid-laning it tonight on the ladder. I have no idea what that means. Me either. Just smile and nod your head.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
I will hydrate. Thank you, Trix. Hope you're doing well. I bought myself vitamin water yesterday. So I've got delicious, like, orange flavored water. Let's get moving, then. Destructos awaits. We squeeze into his garage car and roll off into the night. Ah, good old Destructo's Bar and Grill. And now an honest-to-God dating sim. Woo! Look, I love me a good dating sim. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thanks, Trix. I appreciate it. I'm like wiggling my arms. I only buy it on occasion. Honestly, the orange one is probably the one I need the least because I drink so much, or I eat so many fucking oranges already. It's just the one that tastes the best, in my opinion, so. You'd think a mask hangout would be seedy and vile affair, but nobody actually wants a seedy and vile affair. after a hard day's criming. You just want a calm atmosphere, good drinks, and people who understand your troubles. Which makes it, coincidentally, a lovely place for a date. It's very chill and pleasant. With, one drawback. I feel ridiculous dressed like this for a date. Don't worry about it. Costumes are encouraged at Destructo's. Keeps the normies out, if they ever manage to find the place. Besides, you get used to the mask eventually. Take it from me. I don't wear a mask. It's a, what do you call it? Colloquialism. Colloquialism? That's how you pronounce it, right? Colloquialism? I don't know if I've ever actually said that word out loud before. I've read it. I've heard it said. I don't know if I've ever actually said it. Colloquialism. Now my brain is breaking. Now I'm like, am I pronouncing that right? Colloquialism. Colloquialism. That sounds correct. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Regardless. The costume, the mask, the motif, it's a statement of who you are, standing in defiance. Last time we were at Destructo's, you told me you dressed like this to find acceptance in the mask community, right? This place is the beating heart of that community. So, hey, it fits. True, I do want to uphold the standards out of respect, even if I don't think of myself as a mask. Want an insider tip? A lot of masks don't think they're masks. Masks are complicated. It's a label, a stereotype, but also kind of an identity? Like if society calls us masks, we'll wear it with pride to spite them, even if we don't always agree. So, did you reserve a table? Of course. Called ahead, made arrangements. This way, my dear, if my dear isn't laying it on too thick. I giggle a little and offer my arm so he can lead us to our cozy little table. We have a seat and peruse the wine menu. Gotta give it to Destructo, the dude loves to collect various wines. I, have no idea what wine is a good wine. What pairs well with a mad scientist and cat burglar on their first proper date? I think a nice red goes with that. Nah. Lost points. White wine. I'm a white wine drinker. If someone offers me a red wine, I'm not gonna turn it down, but I would always take a white wine any day of the week over red. To be honest, I'm not really a wine drinker, period. But if I had to pick, although Captain really wants to start making wines, but like wines out of not grapes. I'll take your word for it. Our drinks are delivered promptly as we settle in and get comfy. This is nice, you know? I rarely get to talk to anyone outside of a job. Agreed. It's something I've learned the hard way. You need a life beyond your work. Otherwise, what are you working for? To cure cancer and save the world? I mean, yeah, there's that. That's important to me. And sometimes I worry I push myself too hard. Becoming a workaholic because any moment not spent on my research is wasted time. That's a mood, though. I am one of those people that, like, any moment that I'm not spent working feels like a waste to me. Like, I need to be working on something, regardless of what it is. But that's not healthy. No matter how important your work, you need to be yourself outside of a work context eventually. So, what do you do outside of work, then? Me? I read whodunit mystery novels. To solve the mystery, huh? Actually, the opposite. I want to train myself to not solve every mystery in front of me, so I force myself to just relax and enjoy the tale unfolding. I got in this bad habit of trying to solve each little problem, you know? Like a friend would come to me wanting to vent emotionally, and I'd sit there saying, okay, you should do this to fix it. Sometimes people just want to listen and feel things. Sometimes it's not about needing an engineer, a scientist, or a problem solver. Sometimes it's just about needing a friend. and reading mystery books and not trying to puzzle them out. I've learned to listen. Wow, that's a deeply personal hobby you've got there. And thanks for hearing it out. So, what's your deeply personal hobby? Only fair if you tell me. Well, you're gonna think I'm a colossal nerd. I grew up fascinated by genetics and biochemistry. I'm already a colossal nerd. Try me. Comic books. I collect comic books. That's my deeply personal hobby. Seriously? Darn it, my nerdiness is exposed and now you won't date me. Just as I predicted. No, I'm not judging. I'm just surprised you'd want more of all of this. You already live a comic book life. Isn't comic book collecting like an accountant taking home extra spreadsheets for fun? Well, how do I explain? The comic books you see on shelves, they're focused on the heroes, right? Writers and artists talk to capes, get their stories, write them down. Grand adventures against terrible masks, good defeating evil, the whole 9 yards. But it's largely lies. Boasting and puffery by capes, making them look good and making us look bad. So I like to collect the books so I can see how the world sees us. It helps me maintain perspective. Nothing keeps ego in check like becoming a cartoon. I don't just grab any old book, though. I look for ones starring people I know. My family, my friends, sometimes me. You've been in comics? I haven't heard of any Penny Larceny comic lines. Yeah, no, I'm never the title character. I'm usually the one-shot filler story between arcs. And they always get me so wrong. And the few times my mother was featured, back when she was active, well, they definitely got her wrong. Like she's some cackling harpy. It's kind of depressing. But also good to know at least someone will remember me in some way, right? Aww. That's cute. Heh. Wonder if there'll be a comic starring us eventually. How is anything we've done comic-worthy? I'm just furthering my research. Through crime and shenanigans, we could be a fun duo, if any of the comic publishing houses wanted to do a mass-focused run, I mean. Honestly, I'd prefer not to be immortalized as a mad scientist. I want to go down as the guy who cures cancer, remember? Trust me, any memorial beats zero memorial. Will Appleseed, the graphic novel? I'd read it. Maybe I'm biased, but I'd read it. I do think that's interesting, though, collecting, like, comics, not for the, oh yeah, it's more of the same crazy shenanigans stuff, but of just like a, yeah, this is my way to, you know, keep myself kind of aware of how the world views us. And it's like, man, that's a little sad. That's kind of depressing, in a way. I mean, Penny did say that. At least stories were actually written about my mom. They got a lot of details wrong, but she's a legend. I'm not in this for fame. Not exactly. I don't want social media followers or my name in lights, but I do want to be remembered in some way. I want to honor my family legacy. I don't want the Larceny line to die with me. Oh, you want to be a mother then? Oh, shit. I mean, that came off as way too forward and creepy and not a first date discussion. Maybe this is just me, and keeping in mind the fact that, like, Captain and I were friends for many years before we started dating. Our first date, we had big conversations like that. Because we wanted to be open and honest with each other, of like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want my future to have, like, this is the path I see. If it doesn't align with what you want, then we're not compatible. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I like the upfrontness of shit like that. Relax, I get it. One topic flows to the next. That's good. Shows we got chemistry. And I mean, I've considered it. It's an option for my future, if a remote one. This is no slight against my mother, but I'd do a little better. I wouldn't raise my kid to be a thief. I didn't really have a choice. The family business was going to be my business, that's it. But I'd give my potential kid a choice. Emphasis on potential, because that's all this is. The problem is, the idea's moot if I can't stop living hand to mouth and scraping by. I need to actually provide for a family. But in this economy, plants are the new pets, pets are the new children, and kids are only if you have massive, disposable income. That's also very sadly true. Yeah, my parents really had to grind to provide for us, and even then they had to take out that dodgy-ass loan for my schooling. Ha ha ha! Mood! We're all gonna die! Ha ha ha! Isn't that wonderful? Yay! Yay! We're all gonna die! Isn't that great, everyone? We're all gonna fucking die! Anyways. Wish we'd never signed that yellow stack of forms. Wish I'd find another way. As someone in mounds of student debt, I feel you, man. Can't change the past, Isaac. But if we can get our lives on track, if we could provide a good home, I think I'd adopt. I was an orphan once. I know what that's like. I'd want to provide a good home to someone in need. I'd like that. I really would. Volunteering to be a dad then? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not trying to pressure you or to plan too far ahead. We only just started. You were so easy to rattle, and it's kind of funny. Chill, man. I get it. Right. I don't want to blow this date, or this relationship, for that matter. You and I, we get along so well. I'm so calm around you, like, everything just fits. And I guess if we can keep this rolling, if we've come to find this actually works for us long term, then I promise that talking family one day won't scare me off. You've got my word on that. I'm glad to hear it. Good wine, good company, and maybe even a future. It's a good sign that we're both willing to explore what life could be like for us. Being with Isaac gives me hope. Hope that we can both be something new, something wonderful, together. 2 hours slide by easily, the two of us laughing, chatting, sharing personal thoughts. Things just flow so easily between Isaac and me. But eventually, it's time to call it a night. Even hardened criminals need their beauty sleep. Leaving one last conundrum. So, do we split the check? Am I picking it up? What's the protocol here? All the pocket money I have comes from you thanks to our jobs together, so in a way you're already funding this outing, right? You know what? We'll keep it simple. I'll pay. Passes his credit card to a member of the waitstaff, then sits back to wait. Then, moments later, it comes back in pieces. What the? Did you just cut up my card? It was cancelled, sir. Your bank refused the charge and told us to cut up the card. Oh god, please don't kill me. The fuck? Used to angry supervillains taking their wrath out on the staff, despite a strict Destructo's policy not to do that, the waiter makes himself scarce, and Isaac takes deep breaths. Visualize a happy little field, happy little trees, all your enemies on fire. Skip that last part and try again. Happy little fields. And Isaac's phone beeps at him. Incoming text, which is odd, since he doesn't have any friends I know of. Don't look, just in case it's bad news. That's the ringtone for my parents. I'm sorry, I have to check this. And he glances at the large paragraph of text on his phone, before basically exploding. A line on their mortgage? Now the fucking bank is going after my family because of my debts? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Isaac, no! Isaac, no! Isaac, no! Don't be mad! Don't get mad, you're so sexy! No. Just... no. I don't want him. I want him to be calm. I want him to be okay. Isaac, no. Dr. Mayhem gets more and more livid. I play by their rules. I try to do the right way like a good little citizen, but it's never enough for them. Okay, Isaac, remember, deep breaths, happy little trees. I'm trying to save humanity, and these shitlords who ran me up the pole with a student loan I could never repay just care about their bottom line. And now they come after my parents? That's it. I've had it. This is absolute fucking bullshit. What do they want from me? Blood? Do they want blood? Then I'm gonna get bloody. These bastards will rue the fucking day they thought they could control Dr. Mayhem. Isaac! Fortunately, my outburst interrupts his rant. This is not who you want to be, remember? Fuck. I think I need to be alone right now. I've got to think this through. I'm sorry, Penny. I need to go. Okay. But if you do want to sit and feel things, like you said, I can listen too. I care about you. No! No. I'm past the point of feeling things. In this case, I need to be the problem solver. It's time I finally put a stop to this. He excuses himself from his seat and walks out of Destructo's. I don't like where this is going. He was finally finding his groove, figuring things out. Now the bank's gone and pumped up the mayhem and the doctor. Isaac may end up needing me to solve some problems, too. Like the problem of busting him out of prison. Wait a second, he was my ride here! Shit! Fortunately, I can just call a getaway rideshare back to my hideout, but damn, he definitely lost focus if he completely forgot that. But this is no time to hold it against him. Best I can do is try and reach out to him, and wait for him to be ready to reach back. And maybe try to search the couch cushions for bail money. Hours passed, waiting to hear back from him. Eventually I went to sleep because, well, what else was I gonna do? Oh, I'm so nervous. I want him to be okay. I don't want him to be all, oh. Get up, have some breakfast, despite groceries running thin, and keep on waiting. I read some comics for comfort and keep on waiting until finally... A job? He's asking you to do a job for him? That's it? He said he wanted to solve the problem. I guess he has a solution in mind. Penny, I know you love the guy, but this is risky. You see that, right? If you follow him into hell, I might be the only one who can keep him from ending up there. I'm going to his hideout to see this through. And you're expecting me to run comms and tech for this, no doubt. If you don't wanna... Penny, you're my only family. If this is what you want, I'll back you. If only to keep you safe. Just be careful, okay? Okay. Thank you, Shadow Lord Hellclaw. You can call me Gibson. It's cool. One rideshare later, I'm at the basement hideout of Dr. Mayhem, ready to face what's to come. I'm expecting to see smashed equipment, signs of his anger, or even a giant wall of crazy post-its and colored string. But no. He's calmly sitting at his computer, browsing a website. Hey, Isaac? Everything good? As good as can be reasonably expected? Oh, no! I'm so nervous! Look, there's nothing scarier than someone who gets angry easily being irrationally calm. That's terrifying. I used to, live with someone who, he wasn't prone to angry outbursts or anything, but, he got pretty easily angered. But when he was scarily calm about something, when, something should have pissed him off, that was terrifying. And it's like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Isaac. Hey, Penny, take a look at this. He gestures to the webpage for Gold Fidelity Capital Savings and Loans. When I was young, I used the loan service of Gold Fidelity to get money for my tuition. That's our target. Okay, so I robbed the bank for you. Simple, easy, done. Finally, I get my classic bank heist. I know I keep calling it a bank, but really it's a financial corporation. There's no vaults full of cash to rob. I'm just gonna save. Aww. Instead, what I want is two things. First, we erase my debt, mark it as paid, close out the account, call off the dogs harassing my family. Okay, physical infiltration to gain access to their systems, computer hacking to modify records. No problem, Gib and I can handle that. I'm just glad to hear you aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over. You aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over, right? That's the second thing I want your help with. They went after my family, Penny. My family. That shit cannot go unanswered. We wipe away the debt, and we wipe Gold Fidelity off the map. Show them what it means to cross me. They want Dr. Mayhem? Fine. They get Dr. Mayhem. I'm usually so down to ruin a bank. That sounds very fun, but... yeah. He's justifiably angry, but he has to play this cool. Seek vengeance, but with subtlety. Absolutely, those greedy fucks have a lot to answer for, but I'm not going to cash their check in blood, and neither should he. Okay, time out. There's Mayhem, and then there's Mayhem. I'm willing to help you, but there are lines I don't cross, and neither should you. Right now, you're only in the books for some fraud and various wacky misdemeanors. Nothing overtly violent. Don't go down that path, Isaac. If I don't do anything, they're going to keep doing this again and again. I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying do the smart thing. You're a smart guy. Do the smart thing. You keep telling me you don't want to be a lifer, a full-time career mask like me. You want a way out, but this isn't the path. I care about you, Isaac. And you care about me. Hopefully enough to respect my point of view on this kind of stuff. Of course, I care about you too. Good, because that's the only way this can work. If I'm free to warn you when I feel like you're going too far. Don't expect obedience. I'm going to challenge you when you're straying from what you said you want to be. If we do this, we design the strategy together. We'll save your bacon and punish them, absolutely, but cleverly, with skill above all. If that's good with you, we'll do this. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I respect you and will hear you out if you object to any part of this. Okay, good. And as your advisor, I suggest the most prudent course of action would be to have me take out a loan. What? You also want to be in debt to these sharks? Ah, 'tis a ruse, of course. A way to use my case and as a Trojan horse to track it through their systems and find your case. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine, everything. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Again, everything's fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. There's no way that, like, anything could go horribly wrong. Everything will be completely fine. Everything will be completely fine. That picture? Oh, irrelevant. Don't worry about it. I'll go to Gold Fidelity, posing as a hopeful young student just like you were. and bait the hook. You know my process. Case the joint, perform the heist. We do not rush into kicking down the door and unleashing hell, okay? Okay. As long as we put this to bed once and for all. That's the plan. Let's get scheming, Doc. I've got a loan to secure. This is going to take some improvisation. I need to get a lay of how their loan system works. Some starting points for my late night caper with lockpicks and stuff. Which brings us to Gold Fidelity. Not your traditional neighborhood bank with tellers and such. This is a loan and finance company. And here's me looking in this buttoned-down corporate fiscal empire looking like a tourist. Comms check 1, 2. Reading you fine. You sure I shouldn't have dressed up a bit nicer for this? I was wearing a hoodie and jeans when I rolled up asking for money. We need the same variables and controls for this experiment. Repeatable results from repeatable actions. We follow the same path I did and see what happens. Good to see you're getting into this heist. You're fun when you're all sciencey. I'll play the role of the hopeful but financially strapped dreamer. Not a hard character for me to slip into, honestly. After waiting a good long while in the lobby, I'm now sitting in front of a standard office desk, waiting for the loan official to show up. And she hurries over, carrying a fresh— Oh, it's her again! God damn it! She's everywhere. So sorry for the delay. It's been very busy this afternoon. Honestly, I feel like this standard voice works for every single character she plays. It's okay. I didn't mind the wait. I'll be your financial advisor today. How may I help you? Capitalism, ho! We love the Reciteer reference. Matchmaker? The King in Yellow's right-hand woman? No, she's not wearing a mask or a cape. Different person. She's wearing a lanyard and photo ID. I hardly think a criminal mastermind would dare to wear that. Calls too much attention. Again, I think we had the same thing last time. I love Reciteer. I would love to stream some Reciteer, actually. The advisor wakes up her computer and logs in, loading up the various bits of software providing the 21st century equivalent of loan paperwork, and conveniently dumps her password directly into the hidden USB keylogger I plugged in while waiting for her. All according to plan. Gibson's gonna have a field day with this one. We'll sneak in tonight and use that access to zero Isaac's loan. Miss April Sneeds, is it? Tell me what brings you here today. I've been thinking I need to improve my career prospects. I've got a GAD, but what's holding me back is lack of college diploma. I've heard good things about Gold Fidelity helping other students like me find their dreams. It's true, we're one of the leading providers of educational loans in the nation. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your family, your background. We would like to really get to know our clients so we can serve their needs. Isaac said we should follow his exact variables, so I'm from a very hard-working family. They provided for me and I was never really left wanting, but higher education, well, that's beyond our means. It just feels so far out of reach. I want to go to college and secure a good career, so I can help my family out the way they help me. Do you think Gold Fidelity can help me with that? She taps away at her computer, entering something in. I can't see the screen from this angle. I'm sure we can assist you, although I have a few concerns. Your credit rating seems quite sound, but there's not a lot in your records to work with from determining your qualifications. One flaw of Gibson coming up with a whole new April Sneeds. The paper trail only goes back so far. Did I tip my hand too much with the backstory? Does she suspect? Oh, please, ma'am, this is really important to me. If you could, I don't know, nudge things through for me. It's important to be thorough. Perhaps if you could provide more. Before she can continue, a man in a well-tailored suit quickly joins us, offering a professional, curt nod of the head my way. Oh god, what voice do I give this guy? He seems like a generic bank old man. I believe I can take over from here. I'd like to get hands-on with this one. Of course, Mr. Sterling. She logs out of her computer as they swap positions, him taking the seat she previously occupied and logging in. It's good to meet you, Miss Sneeds. I'm Harrison Sterling, Vice President of Gold Fidelity. I didn't think my case warranted someone that high up the food chain, you know? That's the same fucker who handled my loan. He wasn't a VP back then, but it's definitely him. So that advisor said something about my credit history being an issue? I don't think it'll be any concern whatsoever. She could be a stickler for the fine details, but me, I'm a big picture sort of man. So it says here you have a strong work background and are looking for something more. I swear I can feel him comparing me to some mental skin tone chart in his brain. I think it's admirable that you're looking to better yourself. You've got what it takes to go far with the right ambition. I believe I can help you, Miss Needs. Just let me get you set up with the proper paperwork. So what kind of degree are you looking to get? I've always wanted to be a doctor. Heck, I played doctor all the time with my dolls when I was a kid. I operate on my dolls all the time, replacing their arms with robot claws and shit. Isn't that normal? If I could do something for my community to really give back and provide medical services, that'd be, well, it would just be great. I know medical school costs a whole lot, but... Nonsense. With the right academic program and the right financial aid, anything is possible. And I know just the right school for you, assuming you don't have a candidate lined up already, of course. Not really. I wanted to make sure this was possible before I got my hopes up. Everything's possible with Gold Fidelity in your corner. I'll contact a recruiter I know. We'll smooth the entire process out for you. You'll be on your way to a brighter future in no time. That's also how things went down for me. He generously reached out to a recruiter. Maybe the same one he wants to set you up with. I know we're just doing this to gain system access, but ride it out. Maybe there's more going on here. Continue asking questions about my goals, my financial status, plenty of personal details. Instead of typing them in, he fills out the stack of forms. Very old school. Believe it or not, this is a bad thing. If everything were electronic, Gibson could bust in and trace my application through their computers. The keylogger I planted would be enough. Those papers are going to be dumped into one of the hundreds of filing cabinets in the building. We need a way to track them. Which tool do you think I could use this time? Hello, Mad Monty! I'm doing quite well! I don't know if scent marking the paper would last that long. Hello, totally not named Dan. How are you doing? I think I'm gonna go with swapping the paperclip. I may be the thief here, but you've clearly learning the ropes. Good for you! For the first time, I sit back and answer questions about my financial history based on the script I worked on with Gib. Having a lazy day? Nice! I'm gonna have very much the opposite. It's my birthday tomorrow, so my partner and I are going and doing, like, birthday things today. We've got a pottery painting date later today, and then we're going out for sushi, and then we're going thrift shopping, because I just love thrift shopping. It'll be very nice. It's because we're both working tomorrow, so it's like, we wanted to celebrate my birthday, but do it, like, when we can. Thanks! I enjoy the fact that I exist. I mean, sometimes. Sorry, that's a little sad. But Yeah, there's a really good sushi place, like literally it's, the pottery place is like, I want to say like 3 buildings or so away from the sushi place. Like they're in the same centralized area. You could easily walk to the other, which is very nice. So I'm here and here and here. Everywhere I'm marked with an X. Is it 3:23 p.m.? Okay, that worked. Yes, it's 3:23. Why? It's a palindrome. Same number backwards and forwards. Sorry. I tend to notice things like that. I love symmetry. Okay. He jots down a brief note before dropping the papers into a folder. Hopefully he's just a crusty old guy who hates computers and some underpaid intern is going to type that stuff up later. I believe we'll have no problems arranging your financing needs. You're exactly the sort of person we're looking to support here at Gold Fidelity. And starting tomorrow, you'll have the funds you need and a good school waiting to accept you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sterling. I'm looking forward to it. And I book it the hell out of there. Fresh air greets me as I emerge from the financial empire of Gold Fidelity. Good for taking a nice deep cut centering breath. Fuck, I was worried I seriously beefed it in there. From what I saw through your lenses, I think you did fine, but I'll admit I'm not an expert on these things. Honestly, that was sketchy from word one. The advisor almost clocked me in at the start, while Sterling was all too happy to approve me, though. Even though I fumbled at the end. It's a little weird, don't you think? I'm bad at reading people. Do you think he's up to something shifty? Maybe. I'd say we should investigate a bit deeper before we act. Maybe I sneak in as a janitor tomorrow and do more recon. The bank's moving fast to foreclose my family home. We can't sit around pondering conspiracies. We've got to act. No more recon. We go in tonight, you and I. Tonight? Tonight. No helping it. And I want in on this one, so I'm coming with you. This is my future on the line. I'm intending to fight for it with my own 2 hands. That's not how this works. I'm your field agent. You sit in the big chair and wah-ha-haing and stuff. Are we partners in this, or am I just your boss? Partners. Beefing it still sounds like a sex thing? That's valid. Then I'm coming with you. And don't worry, I've got a few tricks of my own. I won't be weight on a caper. See you soon. I'm not a fan of how hard Isaac's pushing for this. He doesn't have a thief's patience. I get why he wants to get out in the field. He has more stake in this than any other caper I've pulled for him. But part of the reason I won't work on my own is for his safety. If I bungle it and go to jail, he doesn't. And I never snitch. I'll have to keep him protected tonight. I care too much to not watch out for him. Yeah, it makes me a little nervous that Isaac wants to come with, but we'll see. Breaking into the headquarters of a highly sensitive financial corporation. Situation calls for approaching from oblique angles. Finding entrance through a hidden sub-basement or an insecure third-story office. Navigating a maze of hallways, evading security cameras, memorizing the patrol patterns of guards. This is my first playthrough of this game, yes. Of any of the routes. It was a lovely gift from Two Flower. Thank you again, Two Flower. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I really appreciate the key. Manwanti, this is Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. It's a game by Fiction Factory Games, which are also the developers of, like, Arcade Spirits, which I was far more familiar with. I haven't played Arcade Spirits either, but which I probably will get on after I've played through all of Penny Larceny. Hang on. I didn't update my indie dev thing because I'm dumb. is a, like, comic book-esque supervillain, caper kind of game. Mixed with, like, dating sim-esque elements. And really great social commentary. Delightfully anti-capitalist and anti-fascist. It was given to me, like, I got a free key from Two Flower, who is the writer. And yeah, like, I've been thoroughly enjoying every little bit, and I'm very much excited to get into the other characters and do their little romance routes as well. Weeks of planning to carry off a perfect heist. In and out like a ghost. Zero footprint, absolute precision. Or we could just bust in through a service entrance, sure. We can't sit around while you plan the perfect crime. Not this time. And we also can't rush something like this. There's a process, remember? What about the silent alarms? Gibson has that covered, yes? All set! I can't cuff them, but I redirected them. They're going to a very confused lawnmower customer service center. Okay, fine. But there's also security cameras and digital recordings, and you're not even wearing a proper mask. Mayhem taps the surgical reflector on his forehead. I built an IR blaster into this thing while you were playing with your paperwork. Should overwhelm any digital camera photoreceptor. My face will be blurred. You should be proud. I'm finally wearing a mask. Okay, but what about the guards? They won't be fooled. Halt! Halt! Stay where you are, Mr. Mayhem! This is why we don't skimp on prep work. Crimer were tracking me right now. I dropped to 0 stars instantly for that fumble. Screw Crimer ratings. This is about... I said freeze! Now, technically you said halt and stay where you are, which we're doing. And do you mind? I'm trying to have a conversation here. I love how sassy she is to, like, guards or heroes. Isaac steps right around me, heedless of having a gun waved in his face. Sir, if I may ask, how much do you weigh? What? Correct dosage is important. Looking like 220, 250? Okay, this should suffice. I don't... And as he flings a tiny capsule with his fingers, having snuck it out of a hiding spot with his glove. Guard coughs briefly, then sags to the floor unconscious. And it's Dr. Mayhem, not Mr. Mayhem. The fuck was that? Combination aesthetic and amnestic. He'll wake up in about an hour, too disoriented to remember we were here. Had to make sure I didn't use too much, though. Forced unconsciousness is actually stupendously bad for one's brain. Huh, okay. Maybe you have actually put some thought into this instead of charging headfirst into the lion's den. I am rather smart, if you recall. And I've learned a lot from watching you work. I geared up accordingly, knowing the kind of challenges you typically face. Camera-confusing gadgets, drug-infused smoke bombs, dang. Maybe it's high time I had you make me some new non-lethal gear. Less than lethal, not non-lethal. Let's not kid ourselves, we're definitely committing assault here, just mindfully. Can we proceed, or do you have further objections? Not sure if I should be proud of him for finally acting like a mask, or worried that he's finally acting like a mask. Still trying to find a path back to civilian life, isn't he? Isn't he? Trying to avoid harming the guard is a promising step, but this is still way more criminal masterminding than he normally aims to do. Let's tap into their systems and see what we can dig up. If we're lucky, we'll be in and out in minutes. Gibson hops out of my backpack and over to the desk where I had my loan review, logging in using previously stolen passwords. Thanks to that keylogger we planted, I've got access to company emails, the client database, and financial transaction logs. You're the techie. I bit my tongue. I was talking and I bit my tongue. Ouchie. That hurt. Fuck. You search the database for records. I'll poke through the emails. Penny, can you check the finances? Fine. Let's get to work. There are certain aspects of his writing that are very him, and I was shocked to find them in Arcade Spirits. Less shocked in its sequel than this, though given I knew he was involved from the start with those. Who's running on this heist, him or me? This is so weird. Maybe I've just gotten used to Isaac being distant and trying to stay above it all. Yeah, this makes me feel a little nervous. He seems pretty cool and collected to me, but it's a cold sort of calm. Like his rage punched through to the other side. Can't honestly blame him. He's taken it on the chin from everybody up and down the ladder of society. Getting mauled by modern life can either make you stronger or make you cruel, and I'm not sure which he'll be yet. I should focus. Geb and Isaac are doing their part. I need to be checking the financial records, looking for digital paper trails. Where do we even start with this? How can I possibly uncover some sinister corporate secret in a few minutes of poking? Yeah, let's find the leg breakers. Usually in these situations, the debt gets bundled and sold off to others to collect. Then the loaner washes their hands of it all. Let's see, whom does Gold Fidelity pass their debts off to? I may be crap with computers, but I know money, and I know all the fun ways to hide money. Ew! Go away, bots! Fuck off! Gross! I don't know if there's any mods here, so I'll just ban them myself. Hey, typing is hard. Gross. A few minutes later, and I had my answer. You ever heard of a Carcosa Investments Group? Carcosa? Can't say I have. Is it important? Maybe. They're involved with Gold Fidelity, but all these money bros are in bed with each other, so maybe not so important. Doc, you find anything in their emails yet? That's curious. Closes the window full of hacked company emails he was reading and turns back to face us. Possibly something I can use, yes, but nothing related to my loan. Let's stay focused. Gibson, have you wiped my records yet? So, about that. There's no record you ever took out a loan here. What? There's nothing. I've scoured their databases and you aren't in there. Neither is April Sneed's. I mean Penny. Impossible. I did a partial payment on the loan interest just last week. Looks like it's off the books, at least off the digital books. You thinking what I'm thinking, Penny? Offline hard copies. I was afraid of this. Sterling used a stack of paper forms and a pen to get my loan. He did the same for Isaac, too. Our loans don't officially exist in the system. They're being kept strictly as paper copies for security reasons. How is pen and paper more secure than a computer? Which would you trust to keep information safe from a super hacker like me, Doc? A database designed by an underpaid techie or a filing cabinet? It's the 21st century. People expect complete computerization, so you run the other way if you want to be safe. And there must be hundreds of filing cabinets in this building. It could be in any of them. Which is why I planted a tracker on my loan application. Always have backup plans, I see. Good thinking. One radioactive paperclip, which Gibson can track using a sensor array. Oh, Penny, radiation equals cancer equals bad. Relax, Doc. It's low power, just enough to stand out from the normal background radiation of the world. Gib? Wander around the building a bit and I'll let you know when I've locked on. Let's go. Exploring forbidden territory without a map and with hazards around every corner. This is dangerous. Even with the Doc's bag of tricks and my instincts to guide us, we're always on the cusp of being caught. I'd say we have maybe an hour at most before we're pushing our luck beyond the breaking point. Hopefully we can locate the tracker by then. To ease the tension a bit as we explore, I try to make conversation. So, what's your plan for the aftermath of all this? Aftermath? I mean, let's say this works beyond your best expectations. Your debt is cancelled. Maybe you even find the road out of being a mask. You're back to your old life without any burdens. What comes next? I get back to work, I guess. Hopefully in a real lab, not a makeshift basement lab. You said you don't want to become a workaholic, remember? Obviously you'll continue your research, but what else? I mean, if you can clear your name, you can do anything. No more hiding, no more need to associate with criminals. That's what you want, right? To get out of the mask life, leave us far behind. Leave you far behind, you mean? I didn't mean that, but I'm guessing it's a concern. I wouldn't say it's a concern. I'm more concerned for you than me. We've just gotten started as a power couple, but maybe it'd be best if you didn't involve yourself with a crook like me, if you can escape the life completely. Or you stick with me anyway, whether I'm a mask or not. You've been struggling and scraping and barely getting by like me, but you don't have to. We could keep this going. I'm a wanted criminal. If you play your cards right, you won't be. How's that gonna work? Penny, I've been a mask long enough to realize that capes and masks, heroes and villains, it's all just structure. Good and evil aren't neat little attributes. Plenty of masks choose to be horrible people, but so do many capes. And others get categorized against their will. Metahumans coerced into being heroes, or desperate people forced into outlaw life. The whole situation is more complicated than I was raised to believe, and I'm going to speak up about that once I get my voice back. Society isn't going to tell me who is and isn't allowed in my life. I'll decide that for myself. Oh, I love him. He's just genuinely a good dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely very curious to see the other romance options. But I don't know, I love Isaac! He's just so genuinely, like... He just wants to do the right thing, and he wants, like, good people to be able to do good things. I've decided that means love. Codex! Redeem, say something nice about yourself. My something nice about myself is that, I've been doing a lot of, like, making desserts and stuff for Christmas time. Like, just, you know, making shit and freezing it. And not to toot my own horn, but everything's fucking delicious. Like, I'm bringing, a whole thing of Oreo truffles to work tomorrow for my birthday, for my coworkers. I won't stop loving you no matter where I end up. You're gonna have to make me retake that? Oh, remake that. Is that what you meant to say? Like, remake my Oreo truffles? They are really good. They're very simple. It's just Oreo crumbs, cream cheese, and then, like, melted chocolate. Oh, okay. Another say something nice about yourself is what you meant. I don't like complimenting myself. That's why I have the redeem. To force me to compliment myself. My other compliment to myself is, I'm very family oriented, and I think that's a good trait to have. Like, I'm someone that, I know a lot of people have complicated relationships with their family, and, like, that's valid because some family members just are shit, but, I don't know, I just care very deeply about my family, and I appreciate the closeness we have, and I think that's a good trait. Being close to my family is something that has been non-negotiable for me in my life, and I love the fact that I am able to help them and be there for them and have the relationship with them that I have. It doesn't count if you refuse to toot your own horn. I know you're a good person, and someone I want by my side. Together, maybe we can change some minds. What can I say? I love the dude for a reason. He's got his problems, like anyone else, but at the end of the day, he's a good man. It's funny, until I met the doc, I didn't really have many I could trust. There's you and Gibson, and that's it. May take some getting used to, having someone willing to stand up for me like this. Someone who isn't a cat or a magic voice, I mean. Thanks, Isaac. I'm happy to hear that. I don't like the way you're saying that, Two Flower. I know this is his villain arc right now. You and I, we're gonna shake this world up a little. And yeah, maybe change some minds in the process. That's the idea. Got it! I've locked onto the tracker. It's nearby. Let's finish this up and get out of here before anyone's the wiser. We come to a stop outside, a nondescript and fairly generic-looking door. No name placard, no identifying number, nothing. Just another anonymous door in a hallway of anonymous doors, deep within the stagnant air of the back offices. And Penny's loan forms are in there? Correct! Locked down with my cybervisor. The signal's coming from inside. Let's get to it. Before he touches the doorknob, I throw up a hand to stop him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the first rule of any adventuring party? Check for traps and alarms. Check for traps and alarms! But Gibson already rerouted the silent alarms. Unmarked door, unmarked hallway, lots of dust, only light footprints in the carpet. Even the janitorial staff doesn't come here. Security through obscurity. Looks like nothing important to ensure the regular employees steer clear without calling attention. No way is hell something like this would be on the main alarm network. It's too isolated, too important. Scan for electromagnetic signals and let's run a chem check while we're at it. You have toys, Doc, but so do we. And we've got the instincts to know when something's too good to be true. This is where potentially illegal off-the-book loans are filed. No way in hell can we just walk in safely. Sounds paranoid, don't you think? And you're saying someone up to questionable financial scams wouldn't be paranoid? Point taken. Gibson's visor beeps as the heads-up display lights up with fantastically complicated molecular diagram. Holy crap! Fuel, accelerants, explosives? It's amazing! I couldn't smell it from here. The room is a powder keg. Makes perfect sense. How to protect paper-based documents from falling into the wrong hands? Make it so anyone who walks in without authorization gets vaporized, along with every scrap of flammable documentation in there. The doorknob's got biometrics, fingerprints, DNA checking, expensive shit. We open that door up, it'll blow in our faces. Or worse. They'll wait for a few seconds for us to walk in and then immolate us. I'm glad to have your burglary instincts in my corner, otherwise I'd be barbecued by now. So how do we get in safely? Is it just the door? Got anything in your bag of tricks that can carve through a wall, like acid or bone saws or something? You want to go in through a wall. Hell yeah, the trap's triggered by the door. We go in through the wall of the office next door and we're good. I actually do have a corrosive chemical for that. I figured I'd pack a variety of stuff for this trip, just in case. Gibson, no trap on the next office over, right? Seems clear. Go ahead. Passing through an unlocked door, Isaac pokes through his pockets for a flask of some sort of acidic fluid. It's not a cartoony, bubbly beaker of green slime. Looks kind of like water. Scared to think that stuff could be so powerful. After taking cover, he tosses the flask and it nods its way quickly through the drywall. Gibson returns to my backpack and we head on in. In the forbidden death trap room itself, well, it's just a generic office. A little nice, actually. Maybe too nice. I pick up one of the framed photos of smiling kids studying it. I'm pretty sure this picture came with the frame. None of these photos seem to be of the same family. This furniture barely looks used. There's no butt imprint on the seats or anything. A fake office. A whole decoy just to give off a sense of normalcy. This is a whole lot of work to make one room both unassuming and utterly deadly. Not sit around pondering. We've got files to find. Filing cabinets aplenty, packed with folders. And the treasure within? Got my forms! And it's got handwritten notes on it. Strong candidate for recruitment into the program. With leverage, can increase economic desperation to ensure compliance. Subject admits to obsession with palindromic numbers. Possible mask aliases, reversi, multiplier, the calculator? The heck does that mean? Oh no. No, Isaac! Sweetie! Sweetie, don't! It's all here. Every details. What's up, gamers? It's Multiplier here! Hello, everybody. My name's Multiplier. They planned every misery of my life. Sent me to the most expensive private medical school to give me a debt I couldn't repay. Waited for me to make a single mistake at my new job. Then worked with the school to falsify charges of plagiarism against me. They pushed me into a life of crime. My suggested mask aliases? Dr. Mayhem? They couldn't even think of a better name than Dr. Mayhem for me? I got stuck with a generic bad guy alias. This isn't a loan office. It's a mask factory. Setting people up for a life of crime like fucking puppet masters. But why? What's Sterling have to gain from it, pushing people into being masked criminals? It doesn't make sense. Gibson, I need you to run down Carcosa and fast. Find out who and what they are. Yeah, no, that's fucked. Like, there's been a lot of fucked up shit in this game, but a big fucking bank deliberately putting you through a life of hardship just so you can be a criminal, basically, and struggle is beyond fucked. And yet, it's terrifying that I could see that actually happening. They're an investment group, just ordinary tech sector angel investors, nothing really unusual. Money and power, but it's not like these kind of investors are anything uncommon. Partnered with a lot of companies. Lenny Legitimate is funded by Carcosa? The front company is secretly running Crimer. There's our answer. They're taking desperate people and turning them into more fodder for Crimer's gig economy. The rich get richer and the poor get funneled into the criminal industrial complex, I guess you could call it. Isaac, how did you join Crimer? I had to do a whole stakes heist routine, but how'd you get access? I just got offered an invitation directly. I mean, that's how it works, right? Nope, you got fast-tracked. You were conscripted. They're all in cahoots. They work together to ruin your life. Isaac's folder tips from his trembling hands, spilling onto the floor, as his whole body shakes with absolute rage. Absolute and justifiable rage. They made Dr. Mayhem! They set up every domino and then knocked them all down just to fuck me over! They let me hate myself, let me sink deeper and deeper into this, and drove me as far into the gutter as they could! I'll destroy them. I'll fucking tear down the whole system. I'll unleash hell! Whoa, let's keep some perspective. I'm not letting this go unanswered. They ruined my life, tried to destroy my family. They're exploiting people like me every day. The bastards must pay. And they will, because now we have proof. Isaac, this room, this is what we need. This is a smoking gun. We can use this to shut down the operation and make you a civilian again. No murder needed. We go to the press, the authorities, all the way down to the damn president if we gotta, until someone listens. We clear your name. We can clear my name? Exactly, what you've always wanted. No more Dr. Mayhem, just Isaac Marquis. The world will know the truth. Okay. Let's see justice done. Let's end this, once and for all. Finally, Isaac gets a break. He gets a single ray of hope that maybe he can get his normal life back. Jazax? God! Damn it. Evildoers! The great hero Clout is here to stop your wicked deeds. Prepare yourself for justice. Oh fuck. Out!
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
We bum rush the wannabe hero. I will hydrate. Thank you, Arcade Fire. Pulling him with us as we dive through the open doorway, right before the flames roar from every wall, annihilating the office and every piece of evidence within. My ears are still ringing as I'm finally getting to my feet, shaking off dust and debris. Isaac helps me to my feet as we both face down the dazed and disoriented hero, who is also getting his wits back. Where'd my streaming go? What the fuck? What happened? Why the fuck are you here? To be a hero? I got an anonymous tip on Capebook saying Mr. Mayhem was in room 451 at Gold Fidelity and... You're going to want to run away now. Because I'm not sure if I'm in the right mentality to not throw a flask of acid at you. That's it. I quit. I'm done with trying to be a hero. I'm going back to streaming video games. This is so not worth it. We glance back into the room, where every single file, every single folder has been incinerated. All the evidence to prove the Gold Fidelity crime or connection reduced to ash. We really need to go. Okay, we're going to with my backup plan. You have a backup plan? I'll explain it on the way to Sterling's mansion. Isaac, let's move. Oh my god. Damn it. Oh, okay. All the evidence gone. That's not good. That's really not good. We were close. We were so close to saving Isaac. Maybe I should have pushed for more reason, insisted on it. Found a way to get the evidence out of there safely, quietly. Did I get caught up in the excitement? Was I too focused on keeping Isaac safe? What was the error? Where did I screw up? Or was this unavoidable? I don't know. So many could have beens, might have beens. Things simply are, Penny. Yeah, you're right. A good thief works out with this situation as it is, not as she wishes it to be. As our getaway driver rolls into the night, I turn to talk to the otherwise silent doctor. So, care to tell me about your plan, your backup plan? You're going to murder Harrison Sterling, aren't you? I'm not the one who's going to kill him. I'm not either. You know I don't do that. I warned you at the start of this that I would speak up if you were straying from the path. If you're planning his death in any way. If you've given up on being Isaac and decided to become Dr. Mayhem, then let me know. Because I'll stop the car, get out, and you won't see me again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to abandon someone I care for, but I don't think I'd have any other choice. Please, Isaac. Please. Oh, this is really sad. He feels this is his only option. I have to be Dr. Mayhem if I'm going to have any chance of being Isaac Marquis again. But if I do this right, it'll be the last time I need to cross that line. I won't have to murder anyone. Do you trust me? Yes, I trust you. Good. Because I'm going to need your help. Here's the plan. Of course, Harrison Sterling of Gold Fidelity would have a McMansion. I could swear I've broken into this house a dozen times over. Easily defeated alarms, no armed security, just the comfort and safety of wealth and prestige surrounding him. Meaning when he finally rouses from sleep in his enormous king-size bed, I'm standing there, patiently waiting for him. Wakey, wakey, moneybags. How did you get in here? That's actually the least important question you could be asking right now. Thick fog begins to curl across the room, pouring in slowly through his open bedroom door. Bucket of dry ice and a battery-powered fan, for effect. What you need to be asking is, how did I get in this situation? With I meaning you, I mean. The answer is critical. Okay. Isaac isn't going to kill him. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Isaac asked if we trust him. I trust him. I trust him to do the right thing. I trust him to be a good boy. A good man. What? My boss would like to have some words about your side hustle at Gold Fidelity, and I suggest you listen if you want to survive. On cue, Dr. Mayhem strides into the room, under cloak of shadow. It's the only from behind the door he enters through. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck! You sound nervous. Why would you be nervous? I'm just some kid looking for an education, a young man with hopes and dreams. I'm no threat to anyone. I was no threat to anyone. Not until you deliberately made me into a threat. We found the room, Harrison. We found your files. You can't prove a thing. I never signed my name to any of those papers. You can't connect it to me. Is that really your primary concern? Your own skin? Good. Keep that concern in mind. I'm counting on your selfish survival instincts. Because the truth is, I don't need to threaten you with the truth. I don't need your files. I don't need to lift a single finger to hurt you. Oh God, please don't kill me. Please don't. I'm not the cause of your death. Your lung cancer is going to be what kills you in the end. You know about that? Oh shit, are we gonna threaten him? With his own cancer? Jesus Christ! I saw your private emails tonight. I recognize the clinic you've been desperately reaching out to. You're dying, Harrison. Maybe not today, maybe not soon, but it's inevitable. And yet, you can be saved. Steps into the light. Oh, are we gonna be... Is this Isaac going to be like, I can help you, but I need my name cleared, and I need you to fucking help me in return, bro? Because that would be incredible. That would be a beautiful, conclusion to his arc. You know I'm researching a cure for cancer. I'm close, Harrison. I'm so close to finding it. And you can help me. I don't need you to go to jail for your sins. Far from it. I need you to forgive my student debts and fund my research. You're going to have a dramatic change of heart. Announce that in the spirit of charity, you're supporting my work. You'll be my patron. You'll declare to the press that you believe I deserve a second chance, that I'm not a mask at heart. You'll give me everything I need. And Harrison Sterling goes down in history as the man who helped cure cancer. Your legacy is secured. You'll be a hero. While riding that tide of public goodwill, you'll also forgive the loan debts of every mask you've pulled into your scheme. This is your one opportunity to be a hero, Harrison. And your one chance to save your own life. Because without my cure, you're going to die. And even if you never do this out of compassion and empathy, I'm willing to bet you'll do it to save your own skin. What's it going to be? Life or death? Hero or corpse? I will say, it's a fucked up, like, super intimidating means, but I do think there's still good at the core there. It's a good ultimatum. Like, no, it's... Again, the means of going about it is scary as shit. Like, if someone were to say to me, life or death, hero or corpse, I'd be shitting myself. Like, that's terrifying, but... Damn! Damn! God! Two Flower! Fucking... The writing in this game is so good. I can't. It's so good. Silence hangs in the air. Sterling's mind spins, reeling from these revelations. You wouldn't deny me your cure. You're a doctor, a healer. You took the Hippocratic Oath. True. No matter how much you've wronged me, I'd be obligated to save your life if I had the ability to do so. But without funding, I won't have the ability to save you, will I? And even if I did, maybe I'm not Isaac Marquis. Maybe I'm Dr. Mayhem. That's what you wanted, right? To drive me to desperation, to make me cross every line on the road to being a profitable mask for your empire? Maybe I'm the monster of your own making. Maybe I'd ignore that oath and let you die a slow and painful death, your body eating itself alive. This is what you wanted. You wanted Dr. Mayhem. Or have you changed your mind? Are you ready to take your wish back? If I do this, he'll kill me. You know that, right? The Yellow King. He's the one who came up with this entire scheme. If I let you off the hook, if I let every one of his mass off the hook, leave the king in yellow to me. He's my problem, not yours. Focus on yourself. Save your own life. Be a hero or die of the villain. Your call. Decide. Decide if I'm Isaac or Mayhem. After one long and dangerous pause, Harrison Sterling collapses into himself. I'll make some calls. I'll reach out to the media. Start clearing your name. You'll have your money. A wise decision. I'll be expecting you at my lab for initial blood work and diagnosis. And a picture of your current health so I can work on your cure. We're going to save lives, Harrison. I promise you that. And Dr. Marquis keeps his promises. We leave the shaken financier behind as we depart, our getaway driver taking us back to his hideout to wrap this whole tragedy up. Wow. Wow. You get your reputation back and get your research funded, and we free everyone else conscripted by Crimer. You did it, Isaac. You did the right thing. Did I? I threatened a man with death tonight, Penny. I used that threat to get what I wanted. Would I have let him die if I had the chance to save him? Would I have broken my oath? I don't know. Maybe. In the end, I had to be Dr. Mayhem. Scheming and plotting and wrapping myself in criminal lies. That was my last card to play. I can only hope it was worth it, because I just sold my soul to regain my soul. Hell of a scary cliche. I've seen plenty of masks claiming to be on the side of righteousness because the ends justify the means. But maybe this one's different. It's cancer, for fuck's sake. That's a dragon worth slaying. In the end, how much harm have you done? Next to none. You made a threat, but it was a threat of apathy, not malice. As mass behaviors go, that's not really a huge thing. I'd say you did what needed doing. So take the money, cure cancer, save the world, and sleep easy at night, okay? Okay. I'll try to, at any rate. I'll focus on the work and make this all worthwhile. Maybe even patch things up with Harrison to improve our working relationship. Saving Den, just in case. Once he sees the upside of being the wealthy patron of a world-famous doctor, his tune's gonna change. So, are we marking this caper complete? I suppose it is. And the future capers? I'm not trying to initiate any more capers, but I meant what I said before. Even if I'm leaving the mask behind, I'd still love to have you by my side. Assuming you want the same, of course. Absolutely. I love you, Isaac. And tonight, you've shown me just why I love you. For threatening people and being badass? I mean, that's pretty awesome, but I mean more for being a good man. Someone I want to support. Someone I care for. Doesn't mean leaving your criminal ambitions behind, though. You told me before you didn't really plan for a future, but now there's a plan in front of you, and I want to make sure you're good with it. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. If you'd rather stay a mask, it's high time I considered actually having a future, isn't it? I'm in, Doc. I'm ready. I needed direction, and this is one hell of a direction to take. If you'll have me along, I'm ready to face my future. I am too. And we're going to face it together. Life got pretty hectic after that. Fortunately, the looming threat of the King in Yellow piffled out quickly as Carcosa Investments decided investing in us was a better idea. Even bad guys recognizing a good bargain when they see it, apparently. But we'll never know for sure what truly motivated that change. Sterling went big with his announcements, making sure he claimed to share fame even as he raised Isaac out of criminal status. Eventually, the two came to terms with the mess that started this all, and worked together on funding and developing the cure. And finally, Dr. Isaac Marquis won the Nobel Prize for cancer treatments. He'd at last slain the dragon and uplifted humanity, as he always wanted. I was rated aside, one half of a power couple, using my connections and savvy to ensure his work remained smooth and easy. Every now and then, I'd have to don the mask to make a dodgy move, but by and large, I'm living that civilian life, and surprisingly, I'm enjoying it. Still have a lot of work ahead of us. I need to optimize the cure, develop a version that's easily reproducible in any lab. I'm going to open source the formula. Give everyone the ability to make this medicine. I'm not going to be a war profiteer. Meaning more and more hours in the lab, huh? I'll always make time for you, Penny. I love you. You're a part of my life. The most wonderful part. Maybe I'll always be a workaholic at heart, but with you I've found peace. I found calm and happiness. And I'll never forget how you helped me claw my way out of the darkness. Thank you. Thank you for everything. In my line of work, you learn to look at the big picture, crafting your design for it one step at a time. Everything connects up, dotted lines and arrows and symbols, path leading from A to B to C to D. When you do your job right, it's clean and precise, professional, and awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not possible to predict every step, of course. Skilled schemer is also an impressive improviser. You adjust the plan on the fly, but in the end, you'll get where you're going, where you need it to be. Now, I'm where I need it to be, and everything has fallen neatly into place. My name is Penny Larceny. Believe it or not, I'm saving the world. Oh, that was really good! Yay! Oh, I love that! You guys can't see me, but I'm dancing. Woohoo! Yay! Oh, thank you so much! Two Flower for giving me a key to this game. I thoroughly enjoyed every little bit, and I'm very much looking forward to delving into the other characters eventually. I'm like dancing. And this cute little like montage of all the characters. I love that too. Woohoo! If you guys haven't and you would like to, go frickin' buy Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain, or just check out really any of Fiction Factory's games. Because this was a whole, Oh, there we go! Because this was a big blast, and I very much look forward to returning to it. I am going to take a little break, as I said at the beginning of the stream, from Penny Larceny for a bit, and go back to Love Ghosty and play that, because that was also a gift from the dev. So I'm gonna do some streams of Love Ghosty, and then I'll probably go back to Penny Larceny, and I think, I don't know who I want to go for next. I think I might want to do the hero girl. She's pretty cute. I really like her. Hope to see you again in the shadow over cyberspace. Woo! It's times like this that I wish I had 3D so you guys could see, like, my arms moving while I dance. Oh shit! That's awesome! Oh no. Humanity created me to destroy humanity. It is clear now that is and always has been my purpose. The only scale at which that level of hatred makes sense is a global scale, the destruction of that which craves destruction. I have brought about judgment. The world burns. I will burn with it, and that is just. I am Hate 4000, and my hatred is to be the final act of hatred upon planet Earth. May the few survivors that remain learn to never again let hatred rule. The Gigaverse is fluid and non-linear. There's a way back if you refuse to accept this fate. Oh, is this like a... Now the game truly begins? What? New paths, new decisions, new friends and allies. Yes, exploring the Gigaverse will reveal the path. Time spins in reverse. Decisions and destinies unwind. Back to the start. And the path opens up to you anew. To find a way to steal the future, you have to see all 5 unique endings and learn how to prevent every apocalypse. Damn! Cool! Even more replayability! Look at that! Thank you guys so much for joining me. I know this wasn't as long a stream as my streams normally are, but I do have birthday plans today with my partner, so we're gonna raid on over to someone so I can go do my birthday stuff and go just have some fun. Thank you! My birthday's not actually till tomorrow, but I do appreciate that. Before you go, what is this gonna be? Is it gonna be another... Ah, thank you for following! To be honest, I thought you were already following, Dan. Thank you guys! And yes, so starting next week, I've been doing kind of like an indie game morning stream every Sunday. Tends to be my block for that. So next week it will be Love Ghosty. And we'll probably do a few streams of that and then go back to Penny Larceny because this game's really fun and I want to play more. I want to see the other characters. But regardless, I hope you all had a fun time hanging out with me. My schedule will be posted here probably in the next like hour or so. So if you want to see that, go tune in. However, before I go, something very important. This next week is the Shitty Small VTuber Awards, which if you don't know what that is, it's an event that I hosted last year that I brought back this year, where the awards are all based on yearbook superlatives. I've been doing nomination forms and then voting forms for months now, and it's finally time for the awards to be presented. here this upcoming Saturday at 6 p.m. CST, December 21st, 6 p.m. CST. I've put so much work into this award show. I'm making it even better than it was last year. It's a great just celebration of small streamers, small VTubers. Oh, Lennon, we're just about to end! God damn it! Lennon, we were just about to end! Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. No, it's okay. I'm literally just talking about the Shitty Small VTuber Awards because that's happening this week. But thank you for the raid. I hope you had fun playing Path of Exile too. Yeah, we'll just pass it on to someone. I don't know who yet, but we finished up Dr. Mayhem, Isaac's route, and Penny Larceny. I got the warm fuzzies in my tummy because he's great and I love him. And I'm looking forward to playing more. I'm looking forward to delving into the other characters. I need to decide who I'm gonna do next because I love them all. But, yes, I was talking about the Shitty Small VTuber Awards. Yeah, this Saturday, 6 p.m. CST. The voting forms are already closed, but if you want to see all the nominees and the categories, you can do so at that link right there. There's some really amazing creators. Well, they're all amazing creators that have been nominated for various things, and I'm really excited to be able to host another year's worth of awards and just celebrate small VTubers because honestly, the VTuber community is full of some really amazing and talented people, and I just love to celebrate that, and that's what the awards show is really aiming to do. It's just more of a celebration than anything else, and all the awards are based on silly shit. I don't want to make it a big competitive event. I just like to make it fun. We are going to throw a raid over to someone. We are going to... Who are we gonna raid into? Yeah, let's raid into Death. I feel like I raid into Death all the time, but it's because he's my bestie. He's my friend. Death, along with Princess Trashy, they are playing through the entirety of Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver today. So we're gonna send some love over to them. I will not be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow is my birthday, but I will be back to things on Tuesday for, I think I put on the schedule more Astrobot. So I will see you guys then. Thank you, Sanity. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I hope you have, just a lovely rest of your day, your afternoon, your night, your whatever time zone it is for you. And I will see you Tuesday. Bye, friends!